Hey guys, Parfax here, and today we're going to be bringing you a video on the things you need to keep or get before the next update. All right, let's get started. Now, we're talking about the next update, and obviously everything is subject to change. But we don't have all of what's on the PTR, but even then, we have a ton of stuff you should be keeping and stuff you should be trying to obtain before the next patch drops. So we're going to go over a lot of things, and I can almost guarantee you it is stuff that you're not going to see on any other YouTube videos, but we are going to start off by something you have seen, but hopefully I'm going to break it down a little bit easier for you. Now, before we get into this, it's going to look a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. The amount of material you're going to need is absolutely bonkers, but don't worry, it's not as bad as you would think. So let's go ahead and I will grab up the sheet here. First, we're going to go to New World Database, and we're going to look at the new Rune Gems. So essentially, these are going to be new abilities you're going to get. I'm sure you know about them already, but essentially, they are just an extra ability, and some of them are really cool. Now, these are going to have to be crafted, and they will be crafted via stone cutting. So make sure you get that up. I believe these are going to be bind on equip, so you will be able to transfer it to someone that's a stone cutting. But honestly, you're going to need a lot of rune stones, so I suggest you better get it up as quickly as possible. So let's kind of start off. We'll actually go here, and we will bring up a base blue one so you can kind of see what we're talking about. Okay. So we have the blue ones right here. These are what you're going to get at first, and these are obtained a few different ways. Some of them through specific bosses. Actually, I think they might be all bosses. You can see here the Shardus. Now, I don't know if you have to be a mutation, because you can see here in crafting recipes. Where's it at? Used in recipes. There it is. The materia, you can use materia to craft them, or they actually have materials in there. I think you can actually use 8,000 Lazarus materia to craft these, but honestly, you're never going to do that. If I ever get them, I have every, Lazarus weapon imaginable. I have everything. So if I get it, I probably would, but I don't even have 5,000 yet, and it's so astronomically unobtainable that I don't even worry about it. It's not even something that's factoring in how to get these. We're going to have to do a lot of dungeons to grab these. Once you have your blue one, which you can go on the New World Database website to see where you're going to need each one of them, you're going to need to start crafting them up. Now, each one of these to go from green or from blue to purple is going to need 25 rune stones, 5,000 umbral shards, and 5 corrupted lodestones. Now, I have it all on a spreadsheet, so I will show you in a minute, so you can kind of see when I look at the spreadsheet, this has that all in there. And then when it comes to these legendary ones, you're going to need a wide variety of things. Each one of them are going to need 10 coins, which you're not going to see on the sheet, but I will have a video talking about the best way to get these. They're actually really easy. We were getting it on the PTR as of you can get them like level 20. So don't worry about these too much. These are going to be the least of your worries to get, because you can basically just get them really easily. So let's bring up the spreadsheet here, and it's going to look a little bit overwhelming. You're going to see some massive numbers, but don't worry, because honestly, you're not going to be able to get all these runes. Remember, each one of these, you see like that ends in S here, ends in D, ends in, I think that should be V, A and B. These are actually a rune type. I just have them abbreviated. You can see here, it says a Greater Hearthstone Rune of Stone Form, and the S is just Stone Form. So each one of these, you'll need 3 of the blue runes to get each one of these up. Well, you need 1 for each, so you'll need 3 in total of the blue runes of each type. So there are 15 runes in total, and you can see down here I have purple R, which is just purple rune to transfer 1 from blue to purple. And you can see here we need rune stones, we need lodestone, which is the corrupted lodestone. Actually, we can put a C here. C lodestone. Thank you. C lodestone, and then we have umbral shards. You can see here we need 5 and 50,000 or 5,000. So this is just needed per. So what we have here, and we can show you on this first table, you need the wooden coins, Azoth or Vial Suspended Azoth, and Runestone. And you can see that on this chart here. So GHOS. We have Runestone, Azoth, nothing else. Now we're just going from purple to legendary here, and right here are all your blue to purple. So you can look down here, and we have anyone that takes runestone needs 25 every time there's an X. Every Azoth is Azoth vials of Azoth, and that is 50 apiece. Gypsum are just regular gypsum orbs, and that's 3 apiece. And then you have your 3 different like regular stone gypsums, which you can see right here, which is like an emerald gypsum. You actually see the sapphire there too. Those will take 10 apiece, and those are the one things you're really going to want to start getting now. And we also have our sapphires, which you can see there, which are the pristine sapphires. Those are going to become very expensive, so make sure you get those now. Then we have thorny vines, feathers, saltpeter, and then of course the corrupted lodestones and umbral shards. Now, you can just see on the list here, we have all the check marks. We're not going to go over each one of them, but here are the totals you're going to need of everything. You're going to need to craft every piece. You're going to need 700 700 runestones. You're going to need 250 vials of Azoth. You're going to need 15 regular gypsum orbs, 50 emeralds, 50 rubies, 50 garnets, 60 pristine sapphires, 3,000 thorny vines, 15,000 feathers, 3,000 saltpeter, 75 corrupted lodestones, and 75,000 umbral shards. Now, I know those numbers are huge, but remember, I will bring you a video on the runestones so you can kind of see which one you want. So you don't have to get all of these, but just keep that in mind, and keep that in mind with price, because runestone, I'm telling you right now, is going to shoot up. It is already going skyrocketing. Lodestones going excessive. Runestones, I imagine, might on day 1 or 2 hit over 1,200 a piece. I'm not saying going out there and buying them at 600 a piece, but the amount of runestones each person's going to need, along with the stopwatches that everybody has to craft every day, it is going to skyrocket. Stone cutting, mainly stone gathering, is going to be extremely profitable because of this number right here. Now, not everybody is going to need 700 lodestone or runestones, because you're not going to craft every single one of them. But everybody, no matter what, will have to use 25 to get theirs to legendary. Even if you only craft 1, you will still need 25 of them. Runestone's going up, and it is not going to stop. So you can see here, make sure you start gathering this stuff right now. It's very crucial to start getting your emerald, ruby, and garnet gypsums. I don't worry about this regular gypsum because I can get 15 in one day, so I'm not super worried about it. But make sure you are getting these specifically and trying to stock up on runestones. It's really hard because, you know, just doing my daily doesn't get me enough, because I do my, I do my stopwatch every day. So I either have to buy them, basically have to buy them. So just know that runestones are going to become a huge quantity. They're going to be so needed next patch. All right, now that we got done talking about runestones, it brought a significant chunk, but let's actually talk about something that I have been saving. We'll wait for my bank to come up here, and it is going to be, let's go to Windsward. And you can actually see Windsward's where I've started stockpiling a few different material. You can see here, I actually have 7 emeralds saved up, 11 rubies, and 6 garnets. And you can see I already have 34 corrupted lodestones. So we don't have them all there, but honestly, 34 is probably enough for what I'm going to need. And sapphires, I think I might not have the sapphires here. Oh, I have 103. So I'm actually, let's see, I'm actually over what I need. So we'll probably sell them once the patch day comes. But we've already started stockpiling. But as you can see here, we're actually going to start stockpiling Outpost Rush caches. If you didn't see in the PTR, they gave a buff to the Outpost Rush, giving you a guaranteed increase. Now, when I was leveling up my character, I found this was giving me a guaranteed one anyway, but this is going to be a great way for you to actually get your expertise bumps for your greatsword. I'm going to be a greatsword main when this comes live. I've been waiting for the greatsword for so long, and I cannot wait to do it. So I want to get my expertise up as soon as possible. So Outpost Rush caches, or basically any cache that can possibly give you a bump. War spoils, probably not going to do it, but we want to save these. I want to have hopefully 50 by the time this goes live. That's my number that I'm shooting for. It's going to give me some cool gear, and it could give me stuff for the greatsword. It could be greatsword perks and stuff like that from the armor. It could give me just a lot of cool stuff that there's no reason to open it up now. So make sure you save these or any boxes that can possibly give gear, because it's going to have the ability to give you greatsword bumps or just greatsword gear, which is going to be really crazy. All right, next I want to talk about some base material. Anytime a weapon goes live or there's a big crafting change, crafting materials goes through the roof. Now, greatswords are going to be crafted in absolute mass. There, in my opinion, is probably going to be more greatswords crafted this patch than any other weapon ever. Like day one, there's just going to be, if people are going to be spam crafting this all day. I know I'm trying to get to 40 stopwatches and I'm going to craft 40 greatswords day one. So in order to do that, you're going to need material. And here's the material we're going to need. So we're going to need, this says Ori ingots, but that's just because we're on Ori greatsword. But this is going to be 14 asmodium, 7 glittering ebony, and 2 runic leather. Now, all of this material, actually, I think all of it is going to go up. Runic leather, phoenix weave, glittering ebony, and asmodium. Asmodium and glittering ebony are going to go through the roof. Whatever it is right now on your server, I can all but guarantee it is going to be at least 30%, 40% higher when this patch goes live. Now, there's only a finite period of time where that will be that way. It will go down pretty quickly because day one, everybody wants to craft it, so everybody will be spamming it. But if you plan on crafting or you plan on just making some money, make sure you are stockpiling this. Not only are the stuff that you're getting for your dailies, but make sure you maybe go out and put in some buy orders. I know I have. I've bought a couple hundred glittering ebony at this point, and not quite as much Ori. We do have to get up our Ori game, but it is going to go up. People are going to have to craft the new weapons. They're going to have to craft gear for the weapons once they get the charms. Now, you're not going to have timeless shards, so it's going to be a little bit delayed on when I think the strength and dexterity or even con materials are going to go up. But because we just did get rid of the new patterns, you can see here, I don't have them in Windsward. I think I have them in Cleaves Point down here. These new patterns, because we recently got rid of these, con Iron Guardsman insignias are going to go up, because as this stockpile diminishes, people will start needing to use the Iron Guardsman insignias again, so they will start going up. Of course, the strength and dex mods are going to go up because people are going to start crafting those gears. It's going to take a little bit of time because timeless shards are going to be in high demand day one, so maybe you want to go do some timeless shard farming day one to get those big crafts, because let's be honest, the day one, it's going to be huge. And plus, not to mention the new scarabs that are coming out are going to be crazy. Can you imagine being able to pick 2 of your perks for your greatsword? It's going to be nuts. So make sure you get as much asmodium, glittering ebony, even runic leather and phoenix weave, because it is going to absolutely pop off. All right, now the last thing that I'm going to tell you, and this is something I shouldn't be telling you because I'm still trying to buy up a bunch of them, is going to be a 2-pronged thing. So first and foremost, oh, I don't have them on me. Let's go into my bank so you can actually see them. And that is going to be, oh, here, Cleaves Point. And there's 2 different things. First off is going to be empowered counterbalance. Now, these, I imagine, they're not going to skyrocket in price, but honestly, if you're looking to craft a pretty decent greatsword, there's actually one with it's keen and trenchant crits. So whenever you crit, you do like 29% more damage. And then it has keenly empowered, I believe, on it. It's actually not, keenly jagged. So it's not a bad, like, overall PvE greatsword. It's going to be pretty good. And it does take an empowered counterbalance. But the big one is going to be infused weapon fragments. People are going to try to craft these weapons with their stopwatches like I am. I only have 8 as of right now, but I want to craft 40 of them, so I'm saving up all of them until then. And we want to get our infused weapon fragments because those are going to give us the ability to craft them. We do need these to craft them, so these are going to go up, and they already have started to go up in price. Now, before I finish off here, I do want to say one other thing. You can see down here, I have a bunch of stuff in this tab. You might be like, Parfax, what is it? Well, it's a lot of Rusher's gear. So if you didn't know when you did OPR, and if they didn't specifically say the gear that comes from your caches when you open them up, like if you do your gypsum caches, but I imagine this falls under the same tag as well. But they don't actually give you perfect salvages, which is going to allow you to, get your asmodium or anything like that. But right now they don't give anything, so I've been saving them. This is kind of like my catch-all, like weapons and armor, you know, storage shed. But make sure you're saving those. Like I said, I don't know if the stuff that comes from the caches are actually going to be able to be salvaged for stuff, but I kept them anyway. Honestly, don't keep this green stuff. I don't know why this is in there. You know, it is what it is, but make sure you keep especially your purples and your legendaries, especially your legendaries, so you can get those perfect salvages. All right, guys, thanks for watching. There will probably be another one of these videos. I'm not going to lie. We haven't gotten the entire thing, and there's already so much stuff you should be getting right now. Big thing is runestones, 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 runestones. I don't suggest you buying them on the market right now, but I really suggest you farming them up yourself from start to finish. I know it is a pain, and you can probably farm something else to make more money. And I actually might have a video about making money coming up soon that is kind of funny. Everybody can do it, and it's super easy, and it's 5, 6, 7,000 an hour, so you can maybe do that and get your runestones daily. But this is going to be something big. Make sure you get all this stuff. There's a lot to take in here, but remember, you don't have to get all the runestones day one. You're not going to be able to, more than likely, get those day one. So make sure you get out there, have some fun, start collecting some of this stuff. Big thing, get your gypsum every day. Do your 3v3s, which is the one that I seem to be the hardest, and I don't enjoy doing most of the time, unless I have at least one other person I can queue with. But all right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, like always. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.